Charlie Kirk to have the American flag flown at half-mast until Sunday. Folks, I tried to be nice, and I tried to come at this as civil as possible. But where was this energy just a few weeks back when children were mowed down in a Catholic school in Minnesota and parents had to run down the street barefooted to rescue their child from a madman armed with a gun? Where was that energy today when there was a man in Colorado mowing down students? Where was that energy in Donald Trump's first administration when there was a mass shooter in Florida? Where was that energy when those tragedies happened? Why wasn't the flag lowered to half-mast for those tragedies? But you will lower it for a man who, as far as I'm concerned, gave validity to the very thing that has caused his demise, saying that we must accept a degree of gun deaths in the U.S. to maintain our Second Amendment right. As far as I'm concerned, he spoke his own death into existence.
Yes, Kirk was unalived yesterday. And please permit me to ask this one question. Are we really proud of this country, United States of America? Are we really proud of this country? Because gradually this country is now turning or becoming a death toll country where people get unalived every single day. Too much people are being killed every single day. People's life around us are being used as political football. What is really the cause? What is really the cause? Shooting in Chicago, shooting in school, shooting in university, stabbing on a challenge rail, and who knows who's next? Yes, America is now bloodthirsty. Yes, too much bloodshed every single day. Violence claiming people's life. So by the time Kirk was being shot at the university in Utah, there was also a mass shooting in Colorado. Who knows who is next? So please guys, welcome back to my social commentary. I hope we all are doing good and you are watching this video, and I hope this video makes you good. Please do well to tell us what you think about this video in the comment section, and if today is your first time of coming across our video, do well to subscribe to our channel, like and share the video to help the channel out.
Where was that energy in Donald Trump's first administration when there was a mass shooter in Florida? Where was that energy when those tragedies happened? Why wasn't the flag lowered to half-mast for those tragedies? But you will lower it for a man who, as far as I'm concerned, gave validity to the very thing that has caused his demise, saying that we must accept a degree of gun deaths in the U.S. to maintain our Second Amendment right. As far as I'm concerned, he spoke his own death into existence. This is asinine.
I guess I gotta hop on here again. I mean, even when I do my job right, now I gotta come make a statement, and y'all always want statements. Oh my God. But ooh, Death, I guess the rent must have been due because you were actually on it and did your job today. Peter, you think you're cute, and you must have thought that we are friends, but we are not. And see, I was gonna buy the first round tonight. Pay attention to the gate. And child, what you talking about buy the first round? You still owe Paul. Don't act like you got money up in here. Anyways, I think that it's important that we all remember that everybody is going to have to take that long walk one day. And it's also one thing to remember that there are things that we put out into the universe that can never go away. You can see video after video after video of that man saying that, oh, well, this is just a necessary evil. I can't say that I have any sympathy for anybody who has continuously touted black on black crime and all these fake stats and everything, and then we see you meet your end in a white on white crime situation. Oop. I didn't expect that to come out, y'all. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but I'm talking to somebody. If you feel like you want to make sure you leave your mark behind in this world and you don't want to suffer the same fate of people not being sad at all that you're gone and also having video evidence of you being just a terrible person, I use this as your wake-up call.
Death, we're all going to purgatory for margaritas. You should come.
Yeah, girl, we could go get some drinks. I'm down. Immediately.
This Charlie Kirk shooting is revealing a lot about a lot of white leftists. And my pink bond is my business. Don't say nothing about it. This proves that a lot of the stuff y'all exposit on this app is still just theoretical. The monsters that you claim to hate politically, the people that you're telling people of color, marginalized groups, queer folks, disabled folks, all of these groups that you're claiming to stand with and stand in support of against oppressive groups and people, when bad stuff happens to that people, you fall back to that very white, very respectable game of niceties where suddenly we can't say bad things about bad people. Suddenly, the Nazis aren't Nazis, they're humans. We have to have empathy with the Nazis and fascists. And like, if you're someone who is discomfortable, like you are uncomfortable, you feel it in your body with talks around violence, that is fine. I am glad that you still have empathy intact. But your privilege is really showing when you are telling folks who actively have their rights at stake because of individuals and because of these policies that they have to be nice and calm and empathetic when somebody who is actively for years not cared about their humanities, their rights, or their safety gets hurt. Like, we can't even make a little jokey joke. Like, y'all are already out here so quick to want to like stand in the center. But like, if someone has a book you don't like, if someone engages in a piece of media you don't like, if someone messes up with one small detail in a video, suddenly they're fascists and Nazis and it's time to cancel. But the moment a fascist ironically has something happen to them, after being on record of supporting that thing that has happened to them because they thought it would happen to other people, and ironically saying that empathy is a disease and a new age woke disease, suddenly we have to hold hands. Suddenly we have to be the bigger person.
So as everybody has already been made aware of, Charlie Kirk passed away. He did. But something else was going on while we were all waiting for any sort of update on Charlie Kirk. There was a mass shooting in a school in Colorado. 3 students are dead. I made the mistake of going over on the hellscape that is X gonna give it to you in a Twitter, and all I could see was how many people were ready to say the left assassinated Charlie Kirk. Didn't see very much about the school shooting. Didn't see anything about the school shooting, if you want to be honest about it. I simply have one question. Are you proud of this country? You rock rib patriot people, are you proud of this country yet? Is this what you mean by loving your country? If Charlie Kirk's killing bothers you, really bothers you, you want to talk about the left. Did you have the same sentiment when 2 members of the Minnesota Congress were shot at? One and her husband losing their life. Were you proud of America then? Were you? Were you proud of America 2 weeks ago when someone shot into a school full of students who were praying, literally praying? Were you proud then? Were you proud after Uvalde, after Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, after Las Vegas, after Buffalo? Were you proud of America? Were you star-spangled loving yourself after Sandy Hook? America has a huge problem. Actually, it has 2. One is the actions we take, and 2 are the lies that we tell ourselves. America has always been violent. Always. The flowing fields of wheat and the American flag flowing in the wind does not change that. America is a country built on violence, on bloodshed, and on death. We mythologize our murders. We mythologize our decrepit nature towards those deaths. And the parts we don't want to listen to, the parts we don't want to hear, we can hide it under CRT or DEI or woke. But make no mistake about it, the only language America has ever spoken to the world and to itself is one of violence. We see death every day. Every day. And then we politicize it in our heads, which really kind of makes that just wild to me. We have a presidential candidate that some people believe was had an assassination attempt, and others, like myself, believe it was a prop, a stage prop. It was staged. But we have this in a country where a president actually got his head blown off, and he wasn't the only president. Are you proud of this? Are you proud of this? We've gotten so good at our bloodshed that we've actually outsourced it. We do. Oh, we love it. We can't get enough of it. We disguise it as America's interest when it's done outside of the United States, but let's just call it what it really is. State-sanctioned death. You proud of that? I spent the majority of my life pursuing a job, a career, as someone who, at a moment's notice, would deploy wherever my government told me to be prepared to take the life of anyone that would threaten the Constitution and the citizens of the country I come from. I was trained for war. Yeah, I picked a job in supply. But that still didn't mean that my primary MOS was not 11 Bravo, which is infantryman, which means I am very proficient with my weapon, so much so that I could take your life if I have to. Are we proud of this? We have taken our lust for bloodshed out on each other. I mean, the most ironic thing about Charlie Kirk being killed is that moments before he was shot, he was talking about how trans people cause gun violence. That's something to be proud of. That's something to be proud of? Really? And then we lie to ourselves, because that's the second problem. We lie to ourselves. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. We are a psychopath. The United States of America is a psychopath. We are a serial killer and a psychopath because we will pretend like we didn't just murder somebody. Is that something to be proud of? How many families tonight will have to go identify someone? How many families tonight will have to identify somebody tomorrow? We politicize our bloodshed because we want to feel better about it. Oh, it was that side that did it. No, it was that side. We use the lives of people around the world as political footballs. We do it all the time. It matters for naught. But would you be proud of that? If you had a family member that acted like America, you would call the police on them. You would call the FBI. They would be an episode of Criminal Minds. They would. But not us. We stick an American flag on it and a bald eagle flying over the top of it, and we call it patriotism. Until it happens to somebody that we genuinely care about. And please understand, when you lose somebody that violently, that scar never goes away. Whether it's a loved one, a child, what have you. It never goes away. That scar stays there. Don't believe me? Look at the families of Sandy Hook today. Yes, Charlie Kirk was a big name, but it didn't mean that name blocked a bullet. Now, did it? And people will hunker down in their bunkers. Oh, it was the left, the right, the left, the right. Justifications for murder. That's all it is. So I really genuinely want you to ask yourself this question. Are you proud of this? Is this the greatest country on earth still? Or are we going to ever stop lying to ourselves about what we truly are? We are bloodthirsty, we are violent, and then we all pretend like we don't have that same gene inside of us. We're not left, we're not right. We are enablers of a psychopath. And the psychopath is us. Are you proud of that?
And in my humble opinion, celebrating a man's assassination only because you didn't agree with his political views or you didn't agree with a lot of his debates is freaking wild crazy to me. Because to me, it's like you couldn't beat him at his own debate. So the only thing you could have done is took his life. And then a lot of you guys are like, well, I guess he made a comment about the Second Amendment and he was all, pro-gun and about guns and he died due to guns. It's kind of crazy to me too. Because aside from this man losing his life, I believe his wife and kids were there watching. So yeah, so if you're excited or celebrating of his death, you're part of the problem, I think. And 3 or 4, y'all be the same ones in here like, rest in peace to my homeboy, or rest in peace to someone who died, and your homeboy wasn't shit. He was a deadbeat. So he deserved to die too? He was a drug dealer. So he deserved to die too?
Yo guys, thank you for watching our video. We really appreciate. And to me personally, I don't know if this is politics or punishment that we are facing in this our country, the United States of America. Yes, people's lives are being wasted, just like where cows are slaughtered. He's a bad man. He's a very, very bad man. This minute, Kirk was seen celebrating and talking about transgender, and the next minute, he was shot and unalive. I'm sorry to say this, even our so-called president, Donald Trump, isn't safe, because when you think of snipers and think of public appearances, you know that himself is not exempted. What we need is a lasting solution to this bloodshed, because gradually, America is now bloodthirsty every single day. Yes, America is no longer safe at all. Look at Irina Zarutsky, who fled Ukraine because of war, seeking safety in this our country, was stabbed to death on a chariot rail. Nowhere is safe, no one is safe. So guys, thank you for watching our video. We really appreciate it. And once again, if today is your first time of coming across our video, do well to subscribe to our channel so that more video like this about what is happening in our country will pop up your screen. And do well to tell us what you think about this video in the comment section. Help us to like and share the video to help the channel out. You're welcome.